recording. I'm going to do this thing. And now, it's the gay show. Well, it's a gay show.
Back to the original song.
It's a real gay show tonight. We're going back to our roots.
L-I-M-P. Penis. Right here.
It's a real gay show tonight.
I forgot how long the intro was.
It goes for a while.
It's a good one. It's a nice, chunky, slow one.
Tell you something.
Paul Stanley. That's what I call Blumpkin. Isn't that his name?
Yeah. Did I sent you that video? Well, you know what? Well, let this play and then I'll tell my story.
It's so long, dude. But it is a gay show.
We got to eat up time. And then we got to eat up crime like McGruff.
Yeah, McGruff. What if you had a police dog that was just racist? His name was McGruff, and they get I hate police dogs. By the way, I think that they're the stupidest fucking thing in the. They're the dumbest fucking use of taxpayer money, and it's how do you trust a dog? You know, like how do you get? They're not real officers. They really aren't because they don't wear a fucking badge. You know, like. And they're not people. They can't take civics tests and shit like that.
Obviously, you've never seen Rin Tin Tin.
Is he? Do they make him go through the whole police academy with the guy that's like?
I don't know, but there was a lot of. I remember there's videos where he would jump through windows.
I'm surprised they haven't remade Police Academy. Because there's like 10 movies of that. Like I'm surprised they haven't made a fucking HBO series or like a. I could see that being a Peacock series.
I mean, Police Academy is perfect because it was already diverse. There was like the black lady, tall black guy.
Even more diverse Police Academy?
Yeah, super
fucking
diverse.
Forget about it,
The only thing you would need... Was there a Chinese... You might have to add a Chinese guy.
That would be even funnier. He crashes the cars.
Yeah.
He fucking crashes the cars every single time, but he always ends up the driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking hilarious.
Officer Wang.
They have Officer... And he's also trans.
It's Bobby Lee.
Because he's from the Philippines or Taiwan.
Yes.
Where is it? Where's the lady boy place?
That's got to be Thailand.
Is it Thailand? Yeah. Is that Taiwan? Where is Thailand?
Thailand.
Is that South America or is that in
South America?
I don't know. They have fucking Chinese looking people out there. That
might be one of your most wrong geographical things.
Isn't that where the Philippines is? Is it in South America?
It's South Asia.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
It's north of like New Zealand and shit like that.
Where
they're like the hillbilly Chinese.
I told like 5 people about the New Zealand haka.
And you kept saying South America?
No, I kept saying New Zealand.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And people were like, everybody I asked, which was very diverse, different people, and every single person was like, I don't even know what a haka is. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So how do I know about this shit?
Yeah,
I don't even want to know.
Yeah, everybody you talk to is clearly not woke like us.
Yeah, they're not woke and want to save the world by doing the haka.
Exactly. I did the haka for Palestine. I did yoga for Israel. And now everything's good.
I want to do the haka for the Hoteps.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't done that yet.
I tell you what though, I did the haka for Palestine. Guess what? We got a 4-day ceasefire. You're welcome.
We should do.
You're welcome.
We should do a haka for our podcast. That would be fucking hilarious.
That shit is so fucking dumb.
I would love.
They got to do the gay face. It's like ah ha oh.
Yeah, dude, and that's supposed to intimidate me into not wanting to be a terrorist.
Well, I was gonna say like they saw Hamas saw that and it was like we better cool it off.
We get better fuck off because and there was like a bunch of white people. And then there was like some people that looked like they could be from Hawaii or something. Isn't that Hawaii they do that? I think
they do it in Hawaii. Everybody that's like, what is that called? Polynesian?
It's fucking, Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Exactly.
That's where it comes from.
Mm-hmm.
They do the haka in the back, and that's how they make the Polynesian sauce.
Mm-hmm.
They appropriate it at Chick-fil-A, and then they close on Sundays so that they can do the haka.
All that is correct.
That's how they make it. I like that. That's how they do that's why they're closed on Sundays. Is because they have to do the haka for the Polynesian sauce.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only day that they can do it without looking stupid. They closed down the whole store.
Yeah, if we do this on Saturday, we look like a bunch of fools.
They look like a bunch of dumbasses, dude. What would we just talk? Oh yeah, I always thought that Limp Bizkit, like, he had like a limp penis.
Yes.
Has anybody else made that? Like that? Was that the joke?
Never. No one's ever thought about that before.
Was that the joke? Like, why would he name his? Why would it be named like that?
There's got to be a reason why they like.
Is the biscuit his penis?
My assumption.
That's what I always wondered.
Yeah. Well, my assumption with I was gonna call him Ric Flair. What's his name? Fred Durst.
It's the same thing. He's going to be. I guarantee he's going to look like Rick.
He kind of already does.
Ric Flair does kind of look like his grandpa or some shit.
I mean, yeah. They're both showmen. I'll give them that.
They're both rapists.
They're both rapists. They both do helicopter penis.
They both assault the stewardess.
That's when you know you've made it.
I love when you go on the plane and it's like a bunch of gay guys are the stewardesses now.
Yeah, it is a lot of them though, which is interesting.
It is, dude. Those guys, and it's funny because I used to know this girl. And in her building, there's like everybody in the building that stayed there were like airline attendants and shit.
Yes.
So it was like 4 gay guys and three cis women. And so like they're like telling me, oh yeah, like we go. First of all, they bring over a garbage bag full of like the little shots.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we just like take them. They don't care. Like they give them to us.
Fringe benefits.
Yeah, they get boxes of them, and they're just like, oh, well, we have to get rid of this stuff, so you guys could just take it, or they steal it. I don't know. I didn't ask.
Who gives a shit?
But they're tiny bottles.
Not my problem.
I felt like I was a giant person drinking them. You know,
that's what they're for.
Usually, I feel so small, but with the little bottles, I'm like, well, shit, I'm
Fee, fi, fo, fum.
I'm pretending to be one of the giantesses from one of the
this
porn
Jack
that I
Daniels
watched.
is now done.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I don't have a problem because it's a small bottle.
That's right.
I can drink 15 of these and no one's mad at me.
I didn't know it was alcoholic. I thought it was a toy.
I thought it was just regular seltzer water.
I thought it was Coca-Cola.
Oh yeah, so like these people were telling me that they literally when they work all day, they basically fly all over the place, but sometimes they end up not in the area that they live.
Mm-hmm.
And so like when they do that, the company puts them up in hotels. And so what happens is like all of these different flight attendants just end up like meeting each other in these hotels and fucking each other and doing gay sex and shit like that, and drinking the free liquor that they give them, because they get held over at these places and they're like, oh well, you know, it sucks that you're here, but we're gonna pay for your hotel and you can have these little bottles of liquor, you know. I'm sorry about that. We'll get you back tomorrow after your shift.
Well, they're like, here, we've paid for your hotel and we've given you
a box of condoms,
a per diem for Grindr Premium.
Grindr Premium. It's not the sandwich app.
No,
it's like an actual straight attendant. He's just like, Grindr, huh? He gets tricked into it. This is like Grubhub.
Do you deliver?
Do you deliver? Oh, we'll come to you. Mm-hmm. We offer full service. Full service. Yeah. Oh, so I can get all the fixings? Oh, you can get all the fixings.
That's right.
Can I get dressing? Oh, I'll blast you with dressing. I like that idea. But yeah, they're all sluts, all the flight attendants, and they get paid a bunch of money, and then the women. I always thought it was weird they make the women wear like the short skirts.
Mm-hmm.
That because you're just asking for trouble at that point.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah. I mean, at this point in time, it's not like the 60s anymore where that was like cool, and you could be like, hey, sister, hey, toots.
Hey,
bring your fucking cheeks over here.
What kind of panties you wearing today, you broad?
Yeah.
You fucking in broad daylight.
There you go.
You fucking broad.
Got her with that one.
You fucking what's some other old like
floozy?
That guy called you a puff. That was pretty funny.
Well, that's for a gay man.
They called me a neo woman, and you were the puff.
Yeah, neo woman sounds cool though.
It does. I like that. I can't tell if it's a slur because it sounds like fucking like I'm Neo from the Matrix.
I sound like I'm cereal.
Hell yeah, you sound like some kind of fucking faggot.
Or like a gay dragon.
They could have just said that you were gay.
Yeah, and I know. What the fuck?
Why couldn't they do that?
They could have said fag.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, that probably would have got them blocked on you. But they already got blocked, so you might as well just said the F word.
That's so fun. I don't know if we talked about it. I think the last podcast, but they blocked us for hate speech. It was because we were talking about naming our son Hitler. I don't know.
Was that for this episode or
that's penis duel?
Yeah, so it was the last episode. Yeah, because I posted it, I like uploaded it on like Wednesday or Thursday when I think Wednesday night or something like that, and then Thursday morning, because I like scheduled it. It doesn't. Make sure every Friday at 11 a.m. you watch our podcast.
But we record it live every
Friday. We record live. So yeah, but it posts on Friday, and then on Thursday it was like, oh, you received not like a warning, but like a strike. And I was like,
you're like, I'm a bowling guy, so that means something good.
What the fuck? I'm like, that's supposed to be good.
You roll 3 of those, it's fucking, it's a birdie.
Yeah, speaking of 3 of them, surprise, surprise, not good.
Not good.
Not good on YouTube.
Not in a row, not good.
Yeah, but the last time, like, it's on the YouTube studio. It shows you like, oh, the last time we got warned was like July of 2020 or like.
We did good for a while.
Something at 20. It was 2022. It was last year.
It was probably when we were talking shit about the Marilyn Manson bit. I forget Angel Sting.
I don't remember, but
she got mad and trolled our shit and reported all of our videos.
It was whatever happened was like we resolved the issue and it was like, okay, just chill out for like a couple months and you'll be fine.
We literally just kept the video up and blurred out the side of her face that was actually her face.
But then YouTube sent me this message and it's like, oh, you've already like we've skipped a warning and just given you a straight up hate speech strike.
That's pretty funny.
Which would have, had it gone through, like we couldn't have uploaded anything for 2 weeks. Which, I mean, I don't think it would have fucked us that bad because nobody gives a shit at this point. But it's still fucked up because then if we get another strike or 2, we're like done.
Well, it's the end of the year is almost over, right?
It doesn't. Those shit don't. That's lifetime for the whole channel.
Well, at least we still have all of our other channels.
Yeah, right.
You rely too much on YouTube. I feel like it's hit or miss. We get more views from the fucking the silly posts, the stupid shorts.
Oh, the short, yeah, anything. Well, these are hour to hour and like 20-minute podcasts. I will say this. I hate talk. I don't want to talk about this. Fuck it. Whatever. YouTube's gay. Who gives? Just talk about something else.
We're doing. What is that? When you watch the movie with the directors talking?
Yeah, we're doing commentary. Yeah,
we're doing commentary. It's where we're jacking off watching the movie that we made. If they do, they should do that with pornos. That would be
commentary. That would be funny.
It's commentary. Where it's like, like you're watching the porno and you're like, that was fucking hot. That was fucking hot. I got my dick in my head. You just have some other guy, you have.
Oh, it's not even the actor.
You have D-Sway come in and he's like, no, I'm just someone they know, and I'm gonna watch this and jack off, I guess.
So we should just record D-Sway watching porn and just be like, yeah, this is for
put it on a DVD.
It's Patreon only.
It's the commentary.
It's commentary.
We add that. We put the commentary online where it's like, and we'd have to have him in his own little like side window.
Exactly.
And then it says, well, if you want to watch it without D-Sway, you put the you have to pay for the video. But the whole time he's just like, oh fuck, I fucked that pussy.
Well, then we do like a special where like D-Sway does commentary over Gay Oracula.
Over Vampire in Brooklyn.
Like, what the fuck is? Yeah,
he's just watching regular movies.
Yeah, we slowly moved to just him watching regular movies.
What's a fucking? He's watching. We have him watch like Mean Girls or some shit. He's like, yeah, that Regina George though, she hot.
Every girl is like, yeah, I'd fuck her.
I fuck that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That goth one though, if she wore different clothes, I fuck her. I'll still fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I miss him. I was talking. It's really hard because I like message him every now and then. But I'll like be like, hey, how's it going? Like, I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, how are you doing?
And then
friend?
And then
checking up on you.
And then he'll be like, oh, I'm doing good. Blah blah blah. And then I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And then like a couple hours later, he'll be like, I want to fuck you so bad. I want to do this and that to you and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like I want to invite him on the podcast, but it's like. You always leave like right after, and it's like, nah, I don't want D-Sway to be here with me. Like I don't want that to insinuate anything. It's hard.
Oh, sway.
It is. I want to be his friend, but he sees me as a piece of fuckable meat.
Mm-hmm. You can't put D Sway in the friend zone.
Mm-hmm.
He will not accept that.
That was one of the funniest moments ever. Was when we did Thanksgiving.
That was one of the like,
and he didn't even like we were here because I was still cooking. Like I still had the turkey in the oven and shit. And then all my friends were here. There's like 9 people here. And then D-Sway shows up while we're eating, And then I'm like, do you want anything? He's like, no, I don't. And he sits on the couch behind not even at the table, like behind us while we're eating. And he's just like, yeah, you ever fuck pussy though? I saw some pussy on TV. I was like,
just
damn.
immediately starts talking about sex
and sits behind out of anybody in the room, he sits behind like the nicest, most pure, modest person in the world, and he's just like talking about the nastiest shit in the world, just like yeah, I slobber on some pussy though, like some shit like that.
Sometimes life is funny like that.
Yeah, and then me and you were just looking at each other like, that's funny.
Well,
like,
that's the problem when you mix
we were
together
egging him
circles
on.
of friends like that. And you're like, oh boy.
We literally were like egging him on, like, tell us more about it.
So you've had sex,
dude, and then Chris Dixon would like come on. He's just like, I've had sex. It's like and steamroll the whole conversation and shit, and fuck. Yeah, that is funny.
Good times.
I was supposed to hang out with Dixon not too long ago, and he like total. I don't want to.
Did he fuck his leg up or something?
His leg has been fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, he fucked it up playing wrestling. It's funny here to say it like that.
It is.
Yeah, he was playing wrestling and he hurt his leg, and he's a police officer too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
His leg's been fucked up since like last year, or like since like March and shit, like since the beginning of the year.
That's how bad they are with fucking not having enough officers. We'll let this gimp man join the force. And he's never been a cop before, like with a fucked up leg, and he's in charge. He's in charge of people's freedoms. Officer suplex.
Yeah, officer top rope. But he's a good guy. I love that guy.
Friend of the show.
He is a friend of the show. His grandma's the coolest lady I've ever met.
She is very cool.
Mm-hmm. We were supposed to have her on the podcast, but it's like, Chris Dixon, I don't want to be racist, but he runs CP time. And it's like, like the one day we were supposed to meet up at 1:00, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm running late. I'm going to be there a little later." I'm like, "Okay." It's like fucking 8:00, and I'm like, "Hey, dude, what's going on?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm on my way right now." I'm like, "Bro, like I don't want to hang out anymore." Like, like, and I felt bad, but it's like, bro, like I'm done. Like I don't want to hang out. Like,
well, this the thing for me is like, it's one thing if you're like, fuck, I can't do it. Like, I'm not going to do it today. Like, sorry, we'll have to do it later. But when you're like, oh, I'm on my way, like 6 hours later, and then you're like, I'm still coming.
Yeah, I was like, where are you, dude? And he was like, oh, I'm at work. I was like, you had work today, and you told me we're going to meet up at 1? What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, dude. That kind of pissed me off, but that was like a couple of weeks ago. But I do want to see the guy, but it's hard to meet up with him.
Dude, friends, I don't have any friends. You're one of the only like well, you're one of my only friends.
She said,
"You're my only friend."
I have no friends.
I don't have any friends.
You have a friend in Jesus.
Of course, who I talk to.
He's a good
every
guy.
night. Yeah.
You pray before bed on your knees in your little nightgown.
Yes.
You have
My
like
hat.
tiny pigtails.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I dress up just like the "Don't Wake Daddy."
Yeah, dude. Yeah, at one point I almost ordered you that whole outfit because you told me you're like, I want the long hat and all that shit.
It's such a good look.
You literally can only get that outfit by ordering it on Etsy. Like someone has to fucking make it and shit.
It's
like
a
the hat.
Sleeping hat. I don't understand. Like it's so like there's things from like the what would you even consider that? Like the 1800s or 19? Like
I don't know, but I typed in Victorian men's nightgown, and that it didn't even show up for that. So then I typed in Scrooge nightgown. That worked. That would fucking worked. And there was like different styles and everything.
Oh fuck!
With the matching hat and everything.
Good times.
It has like a little thong underneath it and
Hell
shit.
yeah! Don't wake me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's so pissed off. He's like, you know how hard to get this hat on, to fall asleep with his hat not fucking me up?
Yeah, he swings forward. I love the way that the daddy wakes up and don't wake daddy. He just fucking like springs up right away and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who wakes up like that?
Daddy.
Daddy. You know why they call him daddy, right? He has a sleepover. He expects all your friends to call him daddy also.
That's right.
That's why it's a game to him. It's all
a fun game we play at night.
It's all just a game we play on daddy as we try not to wake him. Let's take a little break. What are we at here?
I think we're only at like 20 minutes.
Really? Well, that's fine.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell you. All right, let me tell you my two. Well, I can only think of one. Let me tell you the one story that happened to me that I thought was. It very rarely do things happen to me by myself where I laugh because I'm like, damn, that was fucking funny. But I did it to myself today. So I was driving to go get McDonald's breakfast.
It's very good.
Very good, delicious breakfast. And on the street corner, like a block away, I saw a dude holding up a white and green sign. And it was like, oh, like Free Palestine or whatever.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, oh, like, you know, this is Hammond, Indiana. It's not like a fucking big city. There's nobody there. He's just by himself. So I'm like, oh, like, that's cool that this guy, like, I don't know, took the time out of his day to be like, I gotta, you know, like, I'm gonna make a stance or whatever.
He's just homeless.
That's what I figured too. But he's standing there and I see like a couple people go by and like nobody's honking or saying anything. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show my support for this guy. So like I go by and I'm like, and I look over and his sign said like free clothes. It was for like a garage sale.
It wasn't even free.
It wasn't Free Palestine, but I was like, oh. Sorry.
You're like,
the guy's looking at me like, what the fuck?
It's like a Hispanic guy.
He didn't care about Palestine.
It's like free firewood and shit.
Yeah, but in my head I was like, dude, I'm gonna be such a good guy. Like,
I'm gonna make this
guy's day. Yeah.
It actually just says honk if you thought it said a honk if you're horny.
It literally just said free clothes.
You said, oh, Free Palestine, hell yeah.
So then I was even more confused. I'm like, is he just giving away clothes?
You show up there and it's just other people's clothes.
Yeah, so it was a gay orgy.
It's a guy that shows up to the gay orgy and he takes people's clothes.
He's like, yeah, my name is Golf Cart Man.
My name is Coat Rack Jimmy.
Coat Rack Jimmy.
I'll put your clothes somewhere safe. His door.
He's
at the orgy. There's just some guy.
I'm the coat check.
I'm the coat check. And it's like, yeah, we don't have a coat check. He just runs off with everyone's like harnesses and shit. Mm-hmm. Gay harnesses.
The perfect crime. He once again stole 30 cock rings.
The perfect gay crime.
Fuck. You do the gay crime, you do the gay time.
You do the gay time in Oz.
That's right.
Let's break time. I'll start the song over. Just take those old pink dildos off the shelf. I don't want to go and play with myself. I don't want to spend time with you. Just suck my dick and then go to bed. Just suck my dick and then go to bed. I don't want to spend time with you instead. I have other shit to do. Just suck my dick and then go to bed. Just suck my dick and then go to bed. Welcome back to the show, everyone. That was Suck My Dick and Then Go to Bed by Bob Seger. This is NPR. That was Suck Your Dick and Then Go to Bed by Bob Seger. Classic.
Classic rock. Welcome to XRT 91.3.
The bust.
This is the bust.
This is
420.69 the bust.
the hog.
Welcome to the dog.
There used to I lived down south in southern Illinois, and there was actually like a rock station called the Hog. Yeah, they do shit like that. Yeah, we're the Hog. We're actually really famous in our area.
Mm-hmm.
Or like in Lake County, what do they have? They have 95 Will Rock, the rock station.
Hell yeah.
And it was like Tom and Emily, and it's like nobody knows who the fuck these people are, but in their little county, they're so fucking famous. They go to every car dealership.
Dude, we're the new Tom and Emily.
Yeah, we are. We're Neo Woman and Puff.
Puff and the Neo Woman.
It sounds like Dubstep Crew.
Hell yeah.
I'm Puff and Neo Woman, and we're Jackass.
That's right.
Welcome to Jackass. We're gonna go and buy a car.
Welcome to the Black New World Order.
We're gonna go buy a car with high interest. This
That's right.
This is grown up Jackass.
This is grown up. Get a $600 a month car bill for a Hyundai Accord.
You're in the car dealership thing, and you're just like, can you make the interest higher? It's like, you're crazy, man. I've heard of crazy deals, but this is insane.
Have I ever told you about my white privilege to buy my car?
What do you
how I
used
used
white?
it?
What did you do?
So it's a 20. Not to brag or nothing, but it's a 2014 Camry.
You're like Rob right now with his fucking Volkswagen.
But I bought it. It was technically they called it new, but it was had 20-some thousand miles on it, so it wasn't new. They lied.
So it was Neo.
It was a Neo new
like
car.
A Neo woman.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I want a Puff model. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I went to a predominantly African American
part of town.
Part of town where I
well,
lived.
they're like, they didn't even check your credit.
I walked in and they were like, jackpot.
Jackpot, baby.
They're like, a white guy with glasses. This dude's got
finally
money.
Someone who doesn't want to steal a Hellcat.
so yeah, the dude was like, don't worry, man, we'll work with you, blah blah blah, and like I was like, yeah, like I didn't have a down payment.
You have no job.
I had a job, but had not saved any money, and also I'm not good with money, so I had nothing in the bank at the time.
And the crooked eye.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
And you go in there with that too.
Yeah, half blind, correct. And I remember
they thought you were looking at other dealerships.
But the dude was so psyched to make a sale because I was just like, yeah, I just want to fucking buy. I was ready to just buy whatever. I did not care. And the dude was like, oh yeah, fuck, we'll make it work, blah blah blah. And so they wrote up the fucking thing, sold me the car. I took it back home. 2 weeks later, they sent me a letter in the mail. It's like, yeah, our bank actually cannot cover your loan because your finances are so bad.
They gave you the car.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck. And I was like, do I have to get this back? And the guy's like, well, we already gave you the car, so yeah, that's on us. So the dude got fucked over.
So
the dude who sold me the car got no commission.
So they sent you a letter we fucked up, fuck you.
Yeah, it was it was from Toyota. Toyota Financial.
Toyota.com
sent
you. Toyota himself, with Wong Chong Toyota sent you a letter from his desk oh, you fucking me over?
Yeah, but they were just like, oh, he'll be good for it. And then they ran my credit later. And they're like, oh, no.
They're like, why would you let this fucking bum run off on... Why would you let this white piece of shit run off on our thing?
Hell yeah.
We thought he was okay.
That's right. White people are scumbags, too.
We didn't check his credit. We thought it was okay.
We did the skin check.
You show up. You have a full suit, but it's made out of paper.
Mm-hmm. Well, they literally did the Peter Griffin skin tone check on me. It was oh, good credit allowed.
You have a fake suit on that's made out of paper.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's made out of duct tape, but they thought it was real.
Well, he was wearing the sports section.
You just have the front part of the suit, and it's taped onto you. And, the whole back part is just your skin.
Completely naked. Didn't even wear underwear.
You couldn't even get a full suit.
Mm-mm.
And they're like, oh, then we got. You're like, let me test drive this car, and you're walking backwards towards the car. You put your bare ass on the seat and shit. Oh, I love that.
Hell yeah. And that's how I bought my car. Gay, naked in a paper suit.
Naked and gay. Naked, gay, and afraid.
Yeah. I don't know. That story's not that funny. I thought it'd be like it was funnier to me.
No, that is pretty funny, dude. Like they fucked up and then
Just the fact that they didn't get any that they got fucked on commission makes me
weird.
happy.
It's weird they would send you a letter like we fucked up, and then you call them like, what do I have to give?
Because
that's
what I literally drove. I was like, fuck. Do I got I was like, you guys need this back or whatever.
They're just informing.
Because I was like, I'm not gonna. I can't give you any more money.
You're like, we're used to being tricked, sir, but never have we been tricked like this, and we're letting you know. Good. You got us.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do anything now.
They gave me the well played.
Well played.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to make payments, though.
I did have to make payments. I mean, fuck it.
Is that the car you have now?
That car's paid off. Yeah.
Oh, so you own this car.
I do now own that car. Yes.
You take it off jumps and shit.
Hell, I so badly wanted to take it off this ramp the other day. When
Really?
It was such a GTA moment, but it was next to his school, and somebody had like the
next to the school.
And
I love that.
But it was the landscapers like
their skid lamp thing.
Yeah, the little skid that they keep their fucking lawnmower on, and it was completely angled down. And I was like, I think I can make it. I'm gonna be.
You ever do that with your buddies? The first car that I got, by the way, was when I was like 25. Like I was a late bloomer when it came to that, but like it was a piece of shit Dodge Neon.
Nice.
And the first thing that I did was I like called my friends. I was like, we're gonna fucking jump my car over the train track. And we did that like a couple of times, and we would just jump it over the fucking tracks, and we would go so fast down this road, and just fucking like launch this thing, and then like we would all like land and hurt our fucking tailbones and shit. Like, but
because it's a Dodge Neon.
Yeah, it's a Dodge Neon. Like, which like it's a shit box, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's not a good car.
No.
But I had a lot of fun with that thing. That was I ran that car to the ground. I bought it for $600, and I felt like such a baller.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, the serpentine belt. Like something was up with the AC. And like the fucking like I literally had to take out the AC and replace it with like a fucking like wheel so that the serpentine belt stopped breaking.
Okay.
So it didn't have any sort of air conditioning or anything like that. So I'd literally just drive around all sweaty like a scumbag.
Hell yeah.
And I would have like the gayest music playing at all hours of the day. Like I'd have Bear Force One like full blast. Like I'm fucking cool, aren't I? Am I fucking cool?
I chime in with the haven't you people never heard
I played shit like that. But at the same time, I lived in the suburbs too, so it's like people did think that shit was cool.
This dude's a rebel.
Yeah, this dude isn't gay at all. They're not secretly a woman at all. Actually, no, I had the Dodge Neon after I transitioned.
Oh, really?
But I was still driving like a fucking asshole and doing dumb shit, like selling
typical
drugs.
woman driver.
I was like selling. It was funny because people would buy weed from me, and then it was like, I changed. It was like, I was like a dude like a week ago, and then it's like they come to me a week later, and they're like, I'm like in process of transitioning, so I'm like wearing all girl clothes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody questioned it. Like,
well, I still want the weed.
They're probably getting their car. They're like, this new stuff's probably really fucking good.
They get in the car and they're doing the same shit I did at the Fruity. They're like, Jesus, this guy.
Tell that story. That's my favorite. He went to pick out these Twisted Tea.
So I got some Twisteds today, and I went to a different liquor store, and I thought it would be funny for me to just like play a role. I don't know why. I get bored, and I'm like, it'll be funny if I just act like I'm like super like offended that I have to buy this gay Twisted Tea. So I walk in,
acting like it's foreign to you.
Yeah, acting like it's like disgusting to me. So I walk into the fucking liquor store, and it's just old gray beard behind the counter and an old dude stocking shit. And I'm like, I hate to do this, but do you know where like the fruity beer is?
The fruity,
like
ooh.
Yeah. And the guy's like, oh, that'll be in the corner. And I was like, geez, thanks, man. So the whole way there, I'm like, just like loudly exhaling,
you're grumbling and shit.
Like I can't believe I got to do this. Blah, blah, blah.
Pete, what fizz?
And then they only like it's basically just like a dude, like old style and Miller and shit like that. And they have one fucking section that's like a White Claw, Truly, Twisted Teas, and something like that. And as I'm standing there, I'm like scratching my head. I'm like, Joe, what the heck is
The guy's watching you and shit. Like,
yeah, the dude's just
tell
like,
me about it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I hope this guy thinks I'm cool. But
he's like, I do it every time I stock the stuff, man.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny to make them.
You're right. What the hell is up with that stuff?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they both were just like, this guy is clearly a gay man pretending.
You said, I like to do these things to be funny. It's like I create these friends in my head to be parts of my personality are also my friends.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
Those are my friends.
I have my friends.
My friends are all gay. They're in my head.
I like the idea of like a schizophrenic guy that like thinks that his poop is his friends and shit. So like he gets mad at people when they make him flush the toilet.
Oh, okay.
That's a funny one. That's a funny one. So like you're in the bathroom just like shitting for hours, and then like someone comes in there like, you need to come out of the bathroom. And he's like,
who are you talking to?
Who are you talking to in there? You know, they're just like, you need to leave. And then like they get him out of the thing, and then they flush the toilet. He starts crying and shit. Mm-hmm. That's so funny.
There's got to be some crazy psycho guy who has that. Like that's probably very traumatic.
That's so funny to me, dude.
You just killed my friend.
They're just like like you killed their dog or some shit.
You killed Travis.
And then it's like every day it's a thing. Like it's an everyday fucking thing.
That's my question to that man would be: do you take a shit and it's always the same guy, or is it a new person?
They're different guys. I feel like
you just make a lot of friends.
Yeah, you're like, oh, he's a pirate themed poo. I guess. I don't know, dude. I just like the idea of like some guy getting
attached to his
shit, and then he like cries when he flushes it.
I mean, that's a cool thing.
It's a very sensitive guy. Very sensitive person. They're just like, oh, they get like sad when they eat their food and shit.
That's my baby.
They get mad. Yeah, that's funny to me. It's like almost like that's the same type of person that like takes pictures of their food at like a nice restaurant before they eat it and shit.
Oh, better remember this
one. Yeah, that's pretty.
That reminds me of somebody who maybe takes pictures of a cigar before they smoke it even.
Yeah, I love that guy. By the way, don't talk shit about that dude.
Dude,
that guy's
I like
awesome.
all this shit.
That guy, he just tags me and shit now. I hate that he's tagging me and shit now because it's like, I don't want to like untag myself because then he'll probably be like, oh well, I shouldn't do this because it's funny. Mm-hmm. But he's starting to do it all the time, and I'm like, bro, like I don't want my other friends to know that I fuck
this was a you and me thing.
This is a me and you thing. This is like a private thing. You're the cigar guy. I'm not. Like I don't even smoke cigars.
I do see that now because I see it on my timeline because you're tagged in it, and I'm like, and I like it.
I'll like post on the cigars. I'm like, I only want to see cool cigars, which could mean anything, which is why he posts like a bunch of different ones.
I wonder if there are like cool cigars with like lasers on them or something.
He posted one that had like a naked lady on it, and I was like, see, now we're talking. That's a cool cigar.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know if this is allowed on Facebook. This cigar is not safe for work.
I'm gonna report his post for having a Cuban naked cigar.
That's so funny. Then he just goes down a rabbit hole of being a conservative guy. The fucking government told my ass I can't fucking post my cigars, so I smoke even more now.
Hell yeah, because I'm American, goddammit.
American head.
Is it just an American that sucks dick?
Yeah, it's like
we're in America. We give American head.
It's Anthony Bourdain.
We're coming to your town. We're gonna suck you down. We give American head.
And then go to bed.
And then we go to that song. Who sings that song? It's American band, but who's it by?
I thought it was. It's American band.
We're an American band.
I thought he says American man. I always thought he said American man.
Well, look. Are you still plugged in?
I am plugged in. I don't want to look up the song.
Ask Siri.
The next time we come in hot, I'll play American band. We'll make a fucking song. We'll make a song. It won't be long. Yeah, dude. Let's talk politics. Well, it was funny. I went to David's for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I told his mom, who's like she's older, she's like in her 60s. I was like, oh yeah, she invited a couple of her friends, and the one friend is like a Hindu woman, and I was like, oh, she's Hindu, she's like Muslim or whatever, and she was like, yeah. I was like, I cannot wait to drink 3 bottles of this champagne and talk about Israel Palestine with this lady. And she was like she laughed about it, and then like later on, like we're talking to people, and then like she pulled me aside. She was like, hey, actually, let's not talk about that. Like I was like, I'm not going to. And the lady didn't even come, which I was like, that's funny to me.
She's probably like, hey, maybe just stay home tonight.
Maybe go home. We're done. It didn't happen. We're team Palestine all night.
That's right, baby.
We don't even like Jews here. She like hangs up a swastika on the wall and shit. She's like, no, I want to impress my friend.
My Hindu friend.
Yeah, Hindu friend. They think it's the peace side. Don't they have like a sign that is a swastika that
I believe technically they had it before the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody was, the Nazis were like, well, what if we just flip it 45 degrees?
Dude, racist people love using symbolology for like stupid shit. Like what is it, the Pizzagate shit, like all the symbols and stuff like that, and or like just Nazi symbol. They get into Greek Norse mythology.
The pedophile symbol makes me laugh because it's like the pedophile
it's
symbols.
So generic.
Yeah, no, but it's like it's also like the hobo symbols they used to use back in the day,
like 1940s hobos.
Yeah, it's like
a circle with a square.
Yeah, 2 X's with a spoon means somebody will give you food if you stay here.
Two X's with an upside down spoon means if you go in this cave, there's a guy that's going to rape you.
Yeah,
it's like the old timey boxcar fucking.
If it's a birthday cake with a dick and balls next to it, it means there's a young kid there you can rape. Pedophile, the Underground Railroad of pedophiles.
I just love the idea of like homeless people. Like, well, this is how we talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. Like we all know the code.
Like they don't just go up to each other like, "Hey, are you homeless?" Oh, okay, I know a good spot over here. Like they talk in symbols to make it more cool. like it's a national treasure.
That's like
one man's trash is another man's treasure. That's their motto.
Remember, I remember like when we used to do, but like hobos riding the rails and shit, where it's like that is nuts. How there was like a community of dudes that just never like met. There was no internet or talking. You're just like, oh, here's a fucking some shitty pictures and some other fucking homeless freak must have wrote this down, so I'll pay attention to it.
What if you're like a homeless traveler and you're on that like train crash with all the chemicals?
Oh, and you become Superman?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, like you're the reason why was it that Ohio? Where
there was just
it?
Another one on Thanksgiving.
Oh shit, for real?
But there was that real bad one I think was in Ohio, yeah.
That's hilarious. What if it's like you were riding the train and it was like you fucked up and it was your fault? You're like, well, I got to get out of here.
Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy. And then you find out like years later that was actually a huge issue because you're homeless and you don't have a phone.
Exactly.
And you only sleep under the well, I guess you can't even do that anymore. Yeah, they don't have any blankets anymore for homeless people. They used to sleep under the newspapers and shit.
Yeah. Being homeless in Chicago sucks dick.
Oh yeah, dude. I've noticed that the Venezuelan people are like disappearing. So I think that they're going warmer places.
Imagine how much worse it would suck for them than like a regular homeless person who like understands that Chicago is cold as shit. But like,
they're used to coconut trees. I was gonna say
you're coming
breezes.
from a tropical like fucking climate, and they're like, oh, actually, you have to go to fucking like the most bullshit cold weather like winter.
They have to be the winter. They have to deal with homeless people who are the winter soldier.
Literally,
they're literally missing the arm and have the fake arm and everything. And they're just like, oh, the first time, huh? They've had frostbite for 10 years and shit.
They got no legs left.
They got no legs and they came to chew bubble gum and suck dick under the bridge for warmth.
And I'm all out of bubble gum.
And they've never had bubble gum.
I've never had a piece of gum in my life.
I don't even know what the hell gum is. Yeah, I can't. I like that the tough guy comes in, he's just like, I'm here for 2 things. Chew bubble gum and suck dick. I don't even know what the hell bubblegum is. I don't even have any teeth. Like fucking.
Who's next?
Who's next? A Goldberg. Who's
that? Should have been Goldberg's thing.
It's Gumberg.
Gumberg.
He takes out his teeth and sucks your dick.
He's got fireworks spraying at him.
I like the wrestlers that use confetti. I think that's the gayest thing in the world.
That is a funny one.
They blast confetti out of the cannons and shit. You're expecting some cool ass Metallica stuff. Or like a Rammstein concert. It's fucking confetti.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like a dick with cum in it.
You bring cum. You just blast slime. I like whatever happened to slime. People used to slime each other all the time.
Dan Schneider kind of put that.
Dan Schneider mixed every batch. It was actually his cum.
You know what? Do you know slime means friend?
Yeah, for black people.
Yeah, I thought that was like slang for drugs.
I know that some black people get mad if you call them slime. If you're like, hey, slime. I think it's a gang thing. Mm-hmm. I assume it's all of it's gang
Probably,
stuff.
But I looked it up online because I was like...
Well, because Little Tay says it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why we were talking about it, but I was like, rappers say slime all the time, and I thought it meant like fucking coke or weed or lean or something. I just assumed drugs.
Yeah, it's like slime,
and it's like, a slime is slang for like a very close friend or brother almost. And I'm like, that's nice.
You put your dick in the slime.
Exactly.
I put my dick in the slime.
Bros before hoes.
I do it all the time. I put my dick in the slime.
I'm gay.
Yeah, dude. I just want to cut you off. Was that was 20 minutes again?
Let's take another break.
Let's do another break, dude. It's fucking
power hour.
It's payday. You got payday today. Hey guys, my name is fucking Shit Pete. I'm the guy that shits his pants on stage every fucking concert.
Woo! Hey, what's up, Shit Pete? I'm fucking Piss Jones.
I
pissed on your shit after you shit it out.
Hey, cut that log in half, pal.
Welcome to the Grand Funk Railroad Show.
We're the Grand Funk Railroad.
Grand Feces Railroad.
We do all of our shows in the subway bathroom station.
That's right.
Yeah, bring your kids. It's like a whole fucking band that only plays in like the subway.
We only play in the glory hole stall.
We make glory holes and play in every stall.
We make glory holes.
We're the American band.
Right.
It's the San Francisco band.
We're the San Fran.
It's just a bunch of homeless people that want shelter.
Oh, we're homeless and gay, and we're not going away. We're a San Francisco band.
It is the holiday. I love the holidays in Chicago or in any city. Really, is when like the talented bums come out and some of them aren't even
put a show on for us.
Some of them aren't even bums, I don't think, but they just dress dingy and they're just really good at playing on buckets specifically.
The drummer boys.
Yeah, dude, and they like definitely want money, or like it doesn't even have to be the holidays. Some of them just do it right outside of like Riot Fest and shit, like right at the gate, like the people who are selling beer in front of cops on the side of the road.
Exactly. Anywhere where you can get a large group of people or a line of people, you're in business.
And they're literally just playing like a fucking snare, like a bucket.
They're playing the Home Depot special.
Yeah, and then they finish and the white people are just like, fuck yeah, you're so fucking talented, bro. And then like the normal people from Chicago just walk right past these guys.
Yeah, they're like, ah.
That's my favorite. At least they're not like that fucking guy down the street. The one he used to dress like a clown. He does and like sell like, I wouldn't even call them balloon animals because it was just like balloons that were blown up and
it was just balloons.
It was like no, because they're the long balloons, but they're like tied up into nothing. I guess they're just like twisted up balloons.
He was doing abstract balloon.
It's like yes, that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, I'm kind of like the Pollock of balloon animals.
Of balloon animals. He does a lot of heroin.
Yeah.
I just like doing heroin, playing with balloons. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm like the late stage. What was that guy's name? That he painted and he was Spanish and he would make cubism?
I don't know, but it's funny because he does actually have the clown haircut because he has like the alopecia in the middle, but then like the sides are all grown out, so he looks like Krusty the Clown.
Hell yeah! Is it like a Jufro style?
Yes. And he also has like tattoos on his face and shit.
Oh hell
But this guy's definitely strung out on cocaine.
A killer clown.
Or not cocaine, he's like definitely heroin. But he used to dress like a clown, but now he just dresses like a full-on bum. And that makes me sad. But it's also like he definitely spends every penny on heroin. He's told me this. He is a character though. But
he's committed.
The one time we were like, every time like he's at the stop sign or whatever, and it's like, I feel really bad because obviously he's at work. And I'm like, because he's asking for money and he knows he's one of those bums. He knows the fucking like the timing of the stoplights and
obviously,
he walks.
Yeah.
It's not even like he's literally droned out at that point. I don't even think he knows who I am.
He just knows
whatever.
he has 27 seconds.
Yeah, he just walks back and forth like this and shit. So like every time, like, and I don't want to deal with him because otherwise when he notices me, he's like knocks on the window and shit. And then whatever guy I'm with like gives him money to impress me, and I'm like, no, that actually doesn't impress me. Like that makes me look less of you that you fell for his thing. Because I'm just like, no, he's going to buy heroin.
This man will buy heroin with that money.
I'm pretty sure he has a place to stay, and he is going to give that money to get heroin. And so the one time I was with Broccoli Rob, and Rob was like, "Oh, you know that guy," and he knocked on the window, and he was like, "Jordan, good, talk to him," and I was like, Fuck, Rob, fuck. So he rolled down the window and he didn't even notice. He didn't even know who the fuck I was.
So Rob pointed this guy out without him even seeing you.
Yeah, he was. And yeah, that's just how Rob is. He was like, yeah, there's that guy. Hey, you know him. And then the guy, he waved at him. And then the guy came over, obviously, because he thought he was getting buddy.
Of course, yeah. And that's even worse then.
And so
you should have been like, Rob, give this guy money. You fucking waved him down, dipshit.
Well, we ended up not giving him money, but he didn't remember who I was, and I was like, dude, I know you. Like, I see you all the time. He was like, oh, okay. Are you guys addicts? And he asked Rob. And I was like, that's the funniest thing I heard all night. Like, you asking Rob if he does drugs. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, this guy's the worst.
Dude, Rob on, like, heroin would be so funny.
Yeah, I like the idea. Well, I did say the one time we gave him, like, an edible, but we gave him we had him eat, like, the whole bag, and he went catatonic on the couch. Like, he was just, like, sitting there like this. And then, like hours later, I was like, so how'd you like it? And he was like, I had the worst time in my life. Like, that was the worst. Like, that was the worst thing I've ever had to deal with.
Wow.
Yeah, and he was like this on the couch for like hours and shit. And then he finally came to.
Yeah, some people just aren't good with drugs. Mm-hmm. It's not their thing.
Oh, yeah, well, you talk about Con Air earlier. That shit was... So, you said the part where with the trans woman in Con Air.
Mm-hmm.
What I always thought was funny in the movie is it's like, like what's the name? What's that guy's name?
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. So Nick Cage, there's a part in the movie where it's like it's just all these disgusting fucking like terrible criminals and shit. And then it's just like a trans woman, and they don't really go into what they did. But they're definitely just a trans woman. It's like this guy's like, I'm a murderer. I killed and raped like fucking 100 people. And then Cyrus the Virus comes in. He's just like, yeah, I fucking like robbed tons of banks. And then they have like the super pedophile who's
Steve
just
Buscemi,
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
And he has the Hannibal Lecter mask on. And then it's just like the trans person. They're like, well, I'm just trans. It's like, fucking sick.
Lock her up.
Lock her up. But the part that I always thought was funny is so like when Nick Cage is on the plane and they get it up in the air and they're headed towards Las Vegas and shit. Mm-hmm. So there's a part where like he's beating the shit out of all these people to get to the front of the plane, and he's at the front, and then like the trans woman comes up and tries to grab him, and he literally holds the trans woman back, like has the closed fist, looks at them, and makes the decision. Open palm, slaps. They're like, woman enough for me, and then smacks her in the face. They go, ah.
I remember that specifically.
Isn't that? And I was always like, well, he's an ally, right? Like that's like he knows the person's bad, and then he opened his hand to slap her. But he originally was like, this is a dude, and he's like, wait a second. It only takes that
Treat
long
her
to
like
be.
a lady.
It takes that. All I'm saying is, even back then, Nick Cage knew it takes like 2 seconds to make your decision. Be a good person.
Yeah, it's not that hard to properly gender someone.
And he was under pressure too.
He was.
He was under extreme pressure. You don't even have to gender them, right? You could just like fucking refer to him as champ and cool and
hey, cool.
Hey, cool person.
Cool. I was gonna say cool guy, but no, that would be bad.
Cool girl.
Hey, you're a real cool cat.
Cool cat. I like fucking cats. Yeah, Chinese restaurant. That's how they tend to. I love the Chinese restaurant, dude.
The dude who tenderizes the cats by fucking them
with his penis. It's just like a giant retarded trans person, or Chinese, not a trans person, but it's just a Chinese retarded person. Did I say Chinese trans person? Or
I don't know,
but
just
trans
being
retarded person.
I don't know. Being trans without being Chinese, and that's your job is very funny.
Your job is to be trans and Chinese. You just stand in the window and wave.
That's the beginning. That's the Mission Impossible intro. Is like, is your mission if you choose to accept it, you have to be trans and Chinese. This will self destruct in 6 seconds.
It's like the part in Lethal Weapon where the guy has the isn't that the third Lethal Weapon where he has the shirt that says the N-word on it?
Oh, he has to wear a billboard that says like I hate N-words.
It's just a shirt that says I'm Chinese.
It says
trans.
I hate.
It's so fucking funny to me. They're like, yeah, let's have this part. They didn't need to have that part in the movie either. They're like, yeah, people will like this.
Well, that's the scene that gets Samuel Jackson on his side. He's like, you better get out of here before these boys start to kill your ass.
Dude, Samuel Jackson's like literally 90 years old at this point.
He's old as shit. I didn't realize how old he was.
He is, dude. He can hardly fucking walk.
Yeah.
He really can hardly fucking walk. Let alone, I think he pees his pants and shit too. I don't know. He's an old ass dude.
I mean, yeah.
He's an old ass dude. He was in the Marvels movies. It's literally like he would come into frame just to like add his two cents. The whole, just like, oh, that's a mean guy. Be careful.
The only meme I've seen from him in the Marvels is him yelling, "Use black girl magic."
He did say that. He did. That it looks like every scene that they showed him in the movie. That's my problem with the movie. Is it's just like, it's very little. Like they expect you to watch the shows and all of the other shit
and know what's going on.
Yeah, know what's going on and be like, oh yeah, this is a normal character for me. Like
here's this person that everybody knows.
Yeah, everybody knows this person, and so every scene Samuel Jackson shows up, he's just like, these are some tough girls. They got each other's backs, like just shit like that, And then he gets all surprised and shit and does like the signature snakes on the plane, and then he says the N-word.
How many times does he say, "Oh hell no"?
Oh hell, he says it a couple times actually, and what else? They defeat the villain with compassion and understanding, which I thought was pretty. I was hoping I didn't think that they were going to do that. I thought, maybe like the
lasers.
Yeah, I thought that, like
punching hard.
That it wasn't going to be that woke, because I don't think they've done that before with any Marvel movie. But as we went in, jokingly, I told Mike, I was like, they're probably going to do this. Sure enough, they fucking do. They're by the end of the movie, they're like literally all three women are just like talking to the bad woman, and they're just like, we know that this isn't what you want to do, even though the whole movie they're just like killing everybody and shit. And then like the bad guy fucking ends up killing themselves. And then yeah, that's pretty much
on purpose?
like I don't know, they like disintegrate or something, and then they have a understanding heart to heart before the person dies, and then they all have a cry about it.
That's cool.
And then as soon as that shit happened, I looked at Mike and I was like, bro, like, you got to be fucking kidding me? Like I hate being right sometimes. Yeah, they did, dude. It was woke as shit. Like, and I was hoping it wouldn't be. And then it's like, you know, like they have the Indian girl that it's like you know nothing about because like that show did no numbers on like I could have watched it, but I didn't.
Yeah, you actually had it, and you still were like, nah.
I watched like the first episode. I was like, yeah, this is kind of gay. Like they should have made a movie out of it. I don't want to watch fucking.
Well, it's like it's a show for kids, basically, and isn't it very like?
It's long too. It's like 45 minutes an episode.
Bullshit,
I'm not trying to watch 8 episodes, 45 minutes long. I'd rather just watch an hour and a half movie.
Yeah.
Or just watch a fucking 2-hour movie, which they make every movie now.
Pretty much.
Yeah, dude. Go see The Marvels. This is brought to you by The Marvel. Go see it. Go see it for yourself. You'll love it.
Oh, fuck. You'll love Black Girl Magic.
You love Samuel Jackson saying the N-word. He says it every other scene.
It's a first rated R Marvel movie just for the N-word.
And every scene he's like sitting down.
He just calls that one black girl the N-word the whole time.
Like I want to say they do an action shot of him standing up all serious and shit, and that's the only scene where you see him out of a chair.
Hell yeah.
Dude. Otherwise he's like sitting in the back seat of a car or like, you know, sitting at a desk.
Well, fuck, that's probably in his contract now. He's like, I've been doing this shit for how long? Fuck it.
I want to say that there was literally a scene where like the bad guys like blasted through a wall and he had to like defend himself, but he was in a chair and he wheels himself back while shooting the gun and shit. And then he's like communicating with the other person like, we got some trouble here, but he didn't stand up at all.
He's like, we got too many scrolls on this damn plane.
Yeah, we got too many snakes on this motherfucking plane. And then he says the N-word, and then everybody pays him money.
Pretty much. I'll take my $8 million now. Thank you very much.
That's that guy's whole fucking career is just like built on saying motherfucker and then saying the N-word in funny ways.
He literally did build a career on that.
Mm-hmm.
So good for him. And then he's like, you got Capital One in your wallet, motherfucker?
Yeah, he said, I want to see those commercials. I'm waiting for them. They have like now we're in the era where we just have Oz characters in the commercials.
Yeah, the fucking
you have Schillinger and then the Irish guy.
Yeah. What is he? Oh, Mayhem.
Yeah, the Mayhem guy, but he was the Irish dude. I forget his name. McGinnis.
No, wasn't McGinnis?
McGinnis is the guy who's in charge.
Is it O'Brien?
But not the black guy. Yeah, it's like O'Brien or something.
In my mind, I'm getting O'Brien, but I could be wrong.
They rape his retarded brother,
yes,
which is funny thing that they did, and then they just forget about that shit until it's convenient for them.
Because not only do you send a retarded man to jail,
yeah, dude, he's like straight up retarded.
You're like, guess what? We're gonna send you to the special, even worse jail with your
brother. We're
gonna
send you to the maximum security jail for being retarded.
Yeah. And you got to hang out with your brother.
Yeah, dude. And then you get raped right away. Like, they let you in. They're just like, well, after booking, we have to give you these guys. And then they rape you. Mm-hmm. And then we do an IQ. You get raped, and then we do the IQ test, bud. It's one or the other.
It's reverse Forrest Gump.
Yeah, dude. It's Forrest Hump.
Hell yes.
Forrest Gump gets sent to prison. He crosses the wrong people in jail.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, yeah, my name's Bubba. Oh, no. I met another Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba.
But he wasn't friendly like the last one.
Bubba's the pod boss. It's so funny. What were we watching? We were watching
Chris Hansen.
Yeah, Takedown with Chris Hansen. That's so fucking...
Yeah, I'm glad that he's still going strong.
I didn't know he was still doing shit. Like, I really didn't. Like, I watch, like, all of at least like once every 2 years, I'll go back and watch like To Catch a Predator because it's fucking fun. It's funny to see the guys that try to talk Chris Hansen out of being himself.
That is the best part.
It's the best part, dude, because it's like I don't know, but now it's even funnier because it's like back then they would just use like AOL chat rooms where it's like I can understand a pedophile being in there, but it truly feels like it's some sort of entrapment now at this point because
they're definitely honeypotting these guys a little bit more than usual.
yeah, they're in like Grindr and shit, and then like the profile says. I have a Grindr account. Like it says your age right away, and they don't let you. Obviously,
to make a profile, you have to. You're supposed to be 18 or whatever.
And also, you have to like some of them. You have to like send a picture of your ID.
Verify. And
yeah,
stuff,
to verify that you're actually a fucking person.
Yeah,
but it's like it's funny to me for like somebody like they show up and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were whatever." But the one that we were laughing about, the guy was like, he showed up and Chris Hansen's just like, "Oh, you're a fucking pedophile. Why would you do that?" He's like, "I'm not coming here for any of that. Like I said, I just came here to say hi. I gotta go home, go to sleep."
Real busy. I gotta go to sleep.
I gotta go to sleep.
I don't have time for this.
Like, but in this one, they just arrest your ass right away. Like before, it's like you don't know if you're getting arrested, but now Chris Hansen goes into every altercation just like they know who I am.
That's my favorite part. Is that as soon as every person sees them, they're like, "Fuck!" They're like, "Yeah, I know you are." So it's like all these dudes watch the show.
But Chris Hansen is also very narcissistic because
he's doing it for himself more than anything.
He takes time to be like, now he controls the police apparently. Like he
controls the Viper Squad.
Yeah, he controls the police in this rendition of To Catch a Predator. And he just arrests your ass right away. And then he like he gets you to the point where you're just like, I don't want to talk anymore. And they're just like, he's like, they'll know who he is and they'll call him by his name. And he's like, "So you know who I am? Let's talk about that." And then they talk about his show and like who he is.
I like when he comes in and he's like, "How you doing?" "I'm doing good."
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Pretty good.
What are you doing here? And he does his little like in between things. And he's like,
The
guy shows up in a golf cart. He's like, "Well, we'll see if he's here for that or he's teeing up for."
That was the voiceover is my favorite part.
He was actually teeing up.
He's not teeing up for
9 holes.
9 holes. He's teeing up for
a 14-year-old.
14-year-old hole. That's correct. Yeah, the 14th hole.
He's adding his own dry humor and shit. But it is very humorous. No, Chris Hansen, he's got it all figured out.
I mean, the thing is, you can never be like, "Oh, I feel bad for these guys."
No, yeah, that is very true. Like you can't feel, you don't feel bad for them, but it's funny to like that's very funny to see them get caught and then they try to explain.
Just watching somebody squirm and then they have to be like, well, I said when he's reading the chats and they're like, "Just arrest me, please."
It's even funnier because it's like the guy was on the ground. Like they have the cops pinning the guy on the fucking ground. There's like 4 fucking cops, and then one of the guys just like in frame trying not to look at the camera with sunglasses on and shit. And Chris Hansen, the guy's face down on the ground. They have like a knee on his back and shit. It's like Chris Hansen's there just like leading the entire so you have to deal with Chris Hansen and then you have to deal with the police. But now it just seems like Chris Hansen's controlling the police and they don't even take him away. Like Chris Hansen's just like, no, I'm not finished with this piece of shit yet.
Yeah, wait, I want to ask him if he knows me more.
Let's talk more about my show. Which shows did you like the best?
Yeah, you think I'm doing a good job?
Do other pedophiles watch my show? What do you think of when you see people on my show?
That probably is like a 50-50 split of like people that want to see, like, I want to see him take these guys down, and people that are like, I hope that's not me.
Yeah, dude.
I got to learn what to avoid.
I was thinking about it earlier. I think I told you about it. It's like, I want to see someone like go on, like someone who was on the show, and then they just like get famous from that, and then they just make a TikTok, and they're just like, yeah, I was the guy from that show. You can ask me anything. Like, you could subscribe to my Patreon.
Yeah, I'm doing a Reddit AMA. I'm a golf cart Matt.
And then it's like people, you could rent Chris Hansen and Cameo and shit to like joke with your friends and stuff. It's like a couple $100. It'd be funny to see them do like a live stream, and then people just keep paying for like Chris Hansen to do cameos and send them to him over and over again. It's just like, why do I keep getting messages to this guy? This is, I don't know. I think that's funny.
I'm a pedophile. My friend's a pedophile.
It's funny, dude. Like, pedophiles are funny, dude. It used to be funny to laugh about that shit, but then like people take that shit so seriously now. Like they let that shit like ruin their day. Like we used to live in the era where like we had Herbert the pervert on fucking Family Guy and shit.
I remember him.
You remember that guy?
The whistle talk.
The whistle talk.
Yo, muscly on paper boy.
We got rid of all of those guys around the time Apu left the building.
I gave up on cartoons when they did that bullshit.
you used to like, I'm an adult. That's it. My back hurts now.
Oh, like I can't be a pedophile and I can't make fun of Indian people? Kiss my ass.
I'm done having normal sex. I just want my dick sucked and I'm going to bed.
I'm going to suck my dick and then go to bed.
I'm going to suck my dick instead.
Fuck you, bitch, because you're not Chris Hansen.
Fucking.
Do you think he gets pussy?
Oh, dude, he probably slays pussy, dude. He got fired from NBC. That's how he got fired the first time. Not because the guy killed himself, because he was fucking like the head guy's wife on the show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and then what was it? The guy was like, I guess the guy whose wife he was fucking was like, you can't do this. Like, what makes you think you can do this? He was literally just like, because I'm Chris Hansen. You know, I have the #1 syndicated show on television. Where are you just going to cancel my show? And then he fucking did.
Damn. He called his bluff. He was like,
he did.
Why don't you sit in the cuck seat?
Yeah, sit in the cuck seat of the hotel. Well, he usually sits in the cuck seat and makes them sit on the bed awkwardly.
Do you know who I am? Tell me who I am.
Say my name, bitch.
Say my name 3 times like I'm Candyman.
They should make you know those shirts where it's like SpongeBob and he's a gangster. They should do one where it's Chris Hansen, but he's a gangster, and it just says "Have a seat" on the shirt, but he has like a big pimp coat on and like a bunch of money, and like I don't know, like it has all of his shit. It's like a TV or a computer, and it says chat logs, or some shit, and it's just like money symbols and shit. It's just a gangster version of Chris Hansen.
Hell yeah,
on an extra large T-shirt, and we sell it to the cholos.
A blue bandana.
Yeah, he has a blue bandana, or I was thinking like a pimp coat and the pimp hat and shit.
Okay, that works.
But he couldn't really have a hat on because I feel like you wouldn't know who he is.
You need to see the gay gray hair.
Well, he'll have a grill, too, that maybe says his name. That's pretty sick.
What can you put on a grill that would be...
Have a seat.
Nah, that wouldn't fit.
It says sit on my face.
Yeah, see, now that would be funny.
Have a seat on my face.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
On my face is the bottom row.
Just Chris Hansen, just a picture of Chris Hansen says, have a seat on my face. But he has like a Hawaiian shirt on in the thing because he's trying to get pussy.
The Hawaiian shirt is what gets. What happened to the pimp coat?
I don't know. I'm changing the idea.
We're going different now. Well, now I'm Jimmy Buffett.
Now we're going to talk about gay Jimmy Buffett. We're going to put Chris Hansen and Jimmy Buffett on the same T-shirt.
Oh, pedophile in paradise.
It's a Lemon Party, the song.
Lemon Party, the song.
He asked these people, he's like, do you know what lemonparty.com is? He's asking the pedophiles. It's like, no, I only like the young stuff.
Instead of cheeseburger in paradise, it's cheese pizza in paradise?
Cheese pizza in paradise. There's a basement at what was the ping pong pizza? That's the name of the song.
Yeah. Stepped on a flip-flop, played ping pong at Carve.
In the
basement of Comet Ping Pong.
Fuck, dude. I wanted to talk about something else. I completely forget.
Well, let's do this. We'll take one more quick break, and then we'll come for the finale.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get ready, folks.
One more break sounds excellent right